Governor, has the Weapon campaign asked you to do radio, TV, or campaigning with a candidate? And if so, are you going to do it?
I support David Weprin, and my people are talking to his campaign about the best way for me to be helpful.
Just as a follow-up to that, Governor, do you think that that race is a tight race, and is there a chance that, in fact, a Democrat could lose what's been traditionally a Democratic seat?
You know, the polls say that it's a tough race. I believe at the end of the day, David Weprin is going to win. And as they say, there's only one poll that counts, right? That's Election Day. I believe he's going to win.
And do you think it's a referendum on President Obama?
At least to some degree.
Yeah, well, look, there are two names on the ballot, and neither is Obama. So I think it's going to be a referendum on Weprin and Turner, and I think Weprin wins that referendum.
Governor, what is the Irene cleanup going to do to state costs, and are you going to have to ask the legislature for an additional appropriation of some type?
It's a good question. I don't believe that we're going to need an additional appropriation. Now, you may say that's more hope than fact, but we're working through that now. You know what we went through to get the budget done, and we want to keep it that way. The federal government can reimburse for a number of these costs, especially if we do our job right and expeditiously. And that's what our focus is now. We want to get the job done, we want to get it done effectively, and we want to maximize federal reimbursement.
Governor,
once I have the full set of numbers, the full damage cost, and I know what we're going to get back from the federal government, then I can tell you the cost of the state. I don't have that number now, just because we don't have the numbers in yet. But I am not looking for additional appropriations.
Governor, do you anticipate bringing the legislature back this fall to deal with some of these problems?
Not at this time.
Governor, what's your estimate or sense of the rebuilding of Ground Zero as we head to the 10-year anniversary? Are you satisfied with the progress being made down there?
Look, I think just chatting with one of the family members who came up, who said they're very happy that the memorial is ready and that it will be ready for the anniversary. So I think that's very good. I think to the extent we can celebrate at the memorial, I think that's a positive.
Governor,
What about the rest of the site, sir?
Well, the rest of the site is in various stages. You have office buildings that need a market. But the main point at this point in time was about the memorial, and that's, from everything I hear, up and beautiful and ready to go.
Governor,
what are you doing on
this weekend in the city, more than 50 people were shot. It's making national news. 2 police officers were shot. A bystander was killed. Is this an unusual event? Is there anything that you're looking at that may have been a special cause of this?
Well, I don't know that there's a special cause. The mayor's talked about gun violence, and I'm sure that's part of it. But it is certainly disturbing, to say the least. You can't not be concerned about it, not just as an elected official, as a citizen of New York. You can't avoid being affected by that loss of life. So sure, it's a serious matter for the city. It's a serious matter for the state.
Governor, you mentioned in your speech the need to educate. Do you see the state regents putting forward curricula for high school students, middle school students about 9/11?
You know, Jimmy, it's a good question. I don't know what I see. I know the problem, which is 10 years is a long time. You get old like me, it's not that long a period of time, but relative for our young people, it is a tremendously big gap. I used my daughters as an example. They are old enough now to process it and deal with it. They weren't at the time. And explaining it to them, not just the facts, but what it means about the world, what it means about people, that is very important. We're doing the best we can. We have 30 exhibits all across the state. We're about to launch a website that is a citizen connection tool that's going to have all 30 websites on it. I encourage all New Yorkers to go to these 30 sites. They're proximate to your home, wherever you live. Start to tell the story to the young people and to people who are too young to really appreciate it at the time. And that's our way of starting. Now, should it be taught in classrooms? You know, I would encourage all of those areas. It's not my responsibility, but the best way we can get out the message, I would support.
Governor, what were you doing on 9/11? We talked about everyone remembering.
I was working in Manhattan. I was on my way to work in downtown Manhattan.
And how did you find out?
On the radio while I was in the car.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you very much.